name is Hannah, and I am the Vice President External of the Scarborough Campus Students Union. And today I am joined with Amit, Pitamber, and he's from the Trillium Party, and we'll be discussing some issues and concerns that students are thinking about with these upcoming provincial elections, with vote day happening on June 7th. So I'd just like to thank you for joining me today, and we're interested in hearing your stance on these matters.
Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
So to get right into it, this first question is related to the topic of transit. So Scarborough, as you must know, is a commuter hub. So students are constantly just on the go. But us as students, we find our transit to be somewhat of a struggle because of its unaffordable rates and its inaccessible routes. So my question is, what do you plan to do to address this ongoing transit crisis?
Well, Hannah, and to the students, transit is very important, and especially in Scarborough. I think the residents of Scarborough, they've been waiting a long time now for a subway extension. So I fully support the city's plan for a subway extension in Scarborough. And also, I read on the website that Ottawa has a new pass. That's something we can look at in Toronto as well. And also, in the Trillium Party, one of our platforms actually we believe that transit should be covered by the municipalities and administered directly by municipalities and paid for by the municipalities, and not to not add further cost to future generations and students or private taxpayers. So that's our stance on public transit. I think it's important, and I fully support it because the Trillium Party, I'm here to represent the students and what they need.
Interesting to hear that, because transit is related to commuting, and everyone, in order to get places, we have to get there somehow.
Oh yes,
and so through buses,
yeah.
through subway, and through that sort of thing.
Yes, but ease and with care.
Okay. So this next question, to steer away from transit, is related to healthcare, and specifically international students. So up until 1996, international students, they were covered under the Ontario Health Insurance Plan, which is OHIP. Does your party have any plans to reintegrate these international students into OHIP?
Actually, that's a very good question. It hasn't come up, but I can tell you that the Trillium Party has a plan for a smart OHIP chip card. And this is just a better way of tracking healthcare expenses, because about 60% of it is tied up in administration. So this would benefit the international students who travel here, because we can actually track where they use it, what it costs, and how it prevents fraud. So that's something definitely we're looking into. And I do know international students pay a high tuition fee in Canada, so something often in the health program shouldn't be hard to do. So I fully support something like that.
Okay, so just another follow-up, I guess, in regards to healthcare.
Yes.
Students on campus, studies have shown that we're experiencing increased levels of anxiety and depression. And this is due to all the responsibilities that we have, including the soaring prices of post-secondary education in general. So at the same time, our health services and our counseling services, they're being extremely overwhelmed by extremely long wait times, understaffing, and the limited resources that are available. So my question is, what does your party plan to do to address the mental health crisis that exists in post-secondary education?
Oh, mental health is a very big issue right now in Canada, and it's important. And you mentioned stress and anxiety leads to mental health problems later. We at the Trillium Party, we aim to change the ratio, maybe double the ratio of support workers to patients, and also funding for that. We also would like to work with the local health integrated networks and see if we can somehow channel some funding from there, along using the smart OHIP chip card as well, because about $90 million or so is tied up in our local health integrated networks, and that's something that we definitely should look into and put it towards mental health issues.
So healthcare is something that impacts students directly, but then also people that students have relationships. So our friends, our parents, our grandparents, everybody. So something that's important to address, I guess, is access to healthcare, and with that also access to food and food services, specifically food security. So this question is, studies have shown that there is an increased number of students that are accessing food banks and food banks on campus as well as within our community. And so the reality is that with skyrocketing tuition fees and post-secondary education fees in general, students are finding it increasingly difficult to access something as simple as food. So this in turn impacts our mental as well as our physical well-being. And so my question is, what is your plan to address food insecurity within our communities as well as for students specifically?
Well, food is very important from a nutritional standpoint and a healthy standpoint, not just at the elementary level, but at the high school and university level. It's important to eat right and be able to study. Students work hard and for their grades, and they should get the nutrients and the nutrition that they need. So parents work hard to send their kids to school. They shouldn't have to worry about food. There should be more healthy choices from an ethnic standpoint, and also from a healthy standpoint. There's no reason why students should go hungry on campus. After all, they came to Canada for better, not for the worse. I fully support the alternatives that the students have come up with. I think they're smart and they would work. Also, having no healthy choices on campus means kind of like a monopoly there, so that needs to be looked at. That should go. And these are the things that I would table at Queen's Park because I represent the students and the residents of Scarborough-Rouge Park. Now, I think we should put the food back into the hands of the students. Like, you guys have a restaurant here that you own and operate. I think that's a great idea because the students know what they need and they can make it for themselves. And I think that's important so they can have those choices and we don't take those choices away from them. I noticed downstairs there were some food chains and just maybe one healthy choice. I think that's important to have more healthy choices.
We also have an operating food bank here on campus that a lot of students can access just to get their groceries or get different sort of foods for their day-to-days.
That's a great idea too, food banks and also the farmers market.
Okay, so this next question, directly related to post-secondary education specifically. Students in Ontario, we pay the highest tuition fees in the entire country. And so because of that, we are graduating with mortgage-sized debt, mortgage-sized student loans. Myself, as a current undergraduate student, this is my reality that I experience. And so my question is, how does your party plan to address these rising costs of post-secondary education, tuition fees, and just this crisis in post-secondary education?
Yes, that's true. I agree with the tuition costs. We pay the most in Ontario. We pay the most in all of Canada. And one thing, I do not support the current framework of the 3 to 5% increase per year. I think that's a bit unfair for students. We shouldn't look at our students as cash registers with a number on it. And we need to make tuition fees a priority, and that's what I'll be taking to Queen's Park. I support some of the reduction and elimination of tuition fees and the conversion of provincial portions of the student loans into non-payable and the interest rates reduction. But we got to be careful when we do these things because you have to remember nothing really comes free. There's a cost attached to it, so there has to be a little balance with the cost of it, so we don't leave our children and our grandchildren with a debt. But also students need to have the opportunity after college and university to not be burdened with debt and have, so they can start a family and buy a house. After all, that's a dream, and that's the end result, and that's why they're here, and it's very important. And after all, if we're going to rebuild Ontario, we need healthy and strong students in our workforce.
Okay, so it is important that these discussions happen and that students' concerns and issues be considered as well as addressed with these upcoming provincial elections, as well as after June 7th, once the elections are over and the actions that take place with that. So that is all the questions that I have for you right now. I'd just like to say thank you you for sharing your thoughts and your insights and your plans for the Scarborough-Rouge Park ride.
Thank you. It was nice to be here. I enjoyed being here. Thank you.